this facility in the NFL, and it is a beauty as we come to you from U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Orlando Orbits and the Minnesota Vikings. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's brought down after a good game. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Coach hinted to us, and we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill, the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. And he motions the wide receiver. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we take a look at the starting lineup defensively.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
And this is caught at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And on the ground they go with a running back. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And 4th down coming up.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Bridgewater to throw it. Rolling to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling backers, they're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us.
And he will take the play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
Oh, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Here we go. 1, 9, 1.
They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
3rd and 1. Who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye.
1, 9.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And you, as a former defender, should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. Try 38. Try 38.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go. Try 38. Try 38. Let's round.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.